Have you ever watched somebody casually singing and playing and thought, that looks easy, I can do that? And then the moment you try, it feels like your hands and your voice are on completely different planets. This is normal. This is coordination, not talent. And the good news is you can train it. We're going to walk through 4 songs, easiest to trickiest, that I would consider to be great places to start. Each one teaches a different coordination skill. You'll hum, you'll strum, you'll sing little phrases you already know, and by the end, your guitar and voice will start to cooperate like long lost siblings. Number 1. Wild thing. You make my heart sing. The vocal rhythm matches the guitar rhythm for the most part in this song, making it a perfect starter coordination exercise, and the chords are really straightforward. A chord, down, down. The D plays up, down. We take our fingers off and play another up. Then the E chord, down, down, then back to the D, repeats the same as previously, up, down, up, together. Adding the words into the mix, they fit very snugly. I'll play this through slowly, so watch and listen to what's going on here. Wild thing. You make my heart sing. You make everything groovy. Wild thing. You can see everything pretty much lines up with either a syllable or a word change, which makes this ideal when you're trying to put words and strumming patterns together. Where we leave this song, the voice goes on to sit exactly in the gaps between the strums. This next song that we move on to demonstrates this even better with a completely different feel. Number 2. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Not every song has us layering up complex rhythms and voice. This has us singing and then playing. A quick run through the chords and rhythm. It's nice and simple and quite a gentle speed. We're based around an A minor chord and we play thumb, finger, thumb, finger. So thumb on the A, fingers up strumming on the B, G and D. We change to an E minor chord, thumb moves to the E string. Then we move to a G, but we only need the top 2 strings, the low E and A. The thumb stays on that E string. Playing this through, A minor, E minor, G, A minor. Adding the words into the mix, we sing the first sentence. The A minor chord comes at the end of that sentence. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. So it fits nice and close, and you can give yourself time to get a feel for that. It goes on to play 4 picks on the E minor and 4 picks on the D. This again fits really tightly with the vocal rhythm. In no sunshine when she's gone, she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. The thing to focus on with this at the beginning is to get the nice, steady thumb, finger rhythm, and then start to hum the vocal melody and slowly build it up, See if you can get the first section singing in the gaps. And once you've got that, move on to the E minor to D section. If that felt good, let's build on it without becoming overwhelming. This next song is a perfect backdrop of 3 simple chords. Number 3. The world was on fire, no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire make foolish people do. It's the perfect don't think too hard song. We've got a loop of 3 chords running for the entire track and the vocals soaring over the top. It has fewer moving parts for your brain to deal with while we're building up a consistent strumming pattern. The 3 chords in this song, we've got B minor. If you're comfortable with the bar chord, go for it. If not, play the B minor 7. It works perfectly well. Then we go to A. Then we go to an E. All I would do setting this up in the first place is find the hit points of where the chords change within the sentences. So for this one, the world was on fire, no one could save me but you. If you want to put the pinky sus far, go for it, it sounds lovely. It's strange what desire make foolish people do. On the chorus, and I don't want to fall in love. This is the way I would start putting together a song. It gives us a chance to map out the landscape before we start to build in any complexity. And you'll find sometimes that is often all you need to do. Because what you can get in a verse with a song like this is really beautiful with just a simple strum. You can then start to build on it. So the rhythm in this song that works brilliantly down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then we know where the words go with the changing chords already. World was on fire, no one could save me but you. And that already gives us a significant build. We can go on and add a little bit more. And I don't want to fall in love. I consider this song to be a perfect, gentle multitasker because we can set up a rhythm with those 3 chords and then start to bring in the melody, work it through like I described, set the hit points, map out, do 1 chord strum where it needs to change. So you know what words you're changing on, and then you can start to feel where the voice fits with the guitar. Then we start to add in the complexity. Now you've got a sense of what it's like to keep the guitar steady and the voice moving across the top of it. We can add on a little bit more complexity with this next song. We're adding a couple more chord changes and a slightly more complex rhythm, but we've already learned how to build this up. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. The chords we need for this song are C, G, F. If you can't do the bar chord, play F/C or baby F. And we need an A minor, a beautifully simple open chord song. And we're going to lift off with the chords and vocals with the same method that we used for Wicked Game, which is 1 chord strum on the changes and find the vocals or syllables that align with that chord change. So let's map this out. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. So we've got our basic landscape there. What I'm going to do now is pad this out with downstrums. It gives us the motion, and we've got 4 per bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Adding in the words. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. Now, to create a little bit more character and bounce, I'm going to add in an up strum after the 4th down strum as we move into the following chord. We're turning up the speed a little bit as well. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. You see how that adds so much more character, and we can repeat that for the entire song. The chorus chords are the same but in a slightly different order. The rhythm can remain the same. Honestly, with those 4 songs, you've already covered the core skills you would need for playing and singing at the same time. Matching rhythms, singing between strums, keeping a steady loop and predicting chord changes. So now, let's zoom out. I'd like to share with you some things I've learned over years of playing and singing that should make every song a little bit easier. I consider this to be the most important factor. Familiarity, know the song. You need to be able to hum it. You need to know what kind of goes on in the song if you're going to learn to play it. So if it's a new song to you, listen to it, listen to it, listen to it to get it in your head so that when you're learning, you have an element of awareness of where the song's going. Separate things out. Don't be afraid of breaking it into chunks and then putting it back together again. It's about taking away the element of being overwhelmed. It might be easier for you to learn the chorus and get really comfortable with the chorus before you start looking at the whole song. Learn the chords. So you have the chord pattern in your mind, you know what's coming next. Learn the strumming pattern, so you're playing that really well. Once you add the vocals into the mix, it's a whole other level of difficulty. There's no pressure other than from yourself to play to the speed of the recording. We're not trying to match the experts in the beginning. We're trying to get a foundation. So slow everything right down so you can feel and hear what's going on and process it, and don't let it put you off when it doesn't come straight away. This next one follows on perfectly. Simplicity. Simplify the rhythm. So if you need to play 1 strum per chord and sing along to that to help you get the song, you can add the complexity in as you build your blocks. The next 2 are more individual. Find the right vocal key. If you're singing a song by somebody who's got a really deep voice and you've got a higher voice or vice versa, you will need to find out where to put your capo or what to do with the chords in order to make that an enjoyable experience for you to sing. My big learning experience was going from being a purist and wanting to play Sweet Child of Mine in the same key, but then having to face the fact that my voice isn't the same as Axl Rose's. So then I had to figure out where to put the capo and make that right for my voice when I'm singing an acoustic version. So it's all about learning yourself within that too. The final tip is related to that. You are not going to necessarily enjoy singing the songs that you like listening to. They don't always work right with our voices, or there's something that might not click with you. And that's all right. Don't get precious about it. Just move on, because there's a fine line between trying to master something or accomplish something, but actually you just don't enjoy it. That's the time to get rid of it. There are plenty of songs out there. Throw it out and find a new song. You can do this. Everything will start to settle once you've given it enough practice time. You'll go through that wobbly stage, which you do generally when you start learning a new song anyway, but it will pass and become more enjoyable. And before you know it, you'll be singing and strumming without even thinking about it. In this next video, we take a look at 5 common strumming patterns in 5 iconic songs. I'll see you next time.